Free tools are driving crazy amounts of traffic to my blog, and people are spending a lot of time using them, which means average time on page is much higher than, say, just blog posts or videos alone. This is a winning recipe for interactive content that people get direct value out of as soon as they use it. Plus, I get more traffic and drive more leads to my email list that helps support my business. For example, this blog post generator on my site gets tens of thousands of people using it every single month. And anytime someone enters a search here because they want to figure out how to approach writing about a certain topic area, they're going to get a really nice list of about 10 or so different blog post ideas, giving them recommendations on how they could approach this topic. And if they want to generate more, they can do so. They can export as a CSV, and you get this little call to action here to try RightBlogger, my product that allows you to do even more with AI tools. Point being, we wanted to make this process easier for everyone to be able to create embeddable tools that you can share on your website and collect leads, build deeper relationships with the people in your audience.
If you have a RightBlogger Pro subscription, that means you can make a tool right now and embed it on your website. Let me show you how it works. So you can see here, I'm already logged into RightBlogger, and if you scroll down the sidebar here, you'll see Tool Studio. Just click that, and you'll be able to make your own AI tools that you can embed in your site. Now, I already have a few here. You can see I have an AI article writer I made, video ideas generator, and a couple other things, but you're going to have a new screen here. So you're going to be clicking add new tool. And here you can actually describe the tool you want. Remember, more detail is better. How many inputs you want, the type of things you want outputted. Definitely give Tool Studio more information of what exactly you want and the types of inputs and outputs you want to see from your tool. We're also going to be working on examples that show up here based on your usage inside of RightBlogger to give you exact actionable ideas for your website. And if you're still stuck and out of ideas, definitely send Ryan and I an email at contact@rightblogger.com, and we can help you actually figure out a tool that would be good for your audience. Now, I'm not going to create a new tool here, but after describing the tool, it takes a couple seconds and you'll have your tool. Now, I'm going to show you as an example the AI article writer that I made. Now, over here on the right side, we have edit, use tool, and delete. Now, edit is going to actually let you edit your tool, get the code to embed it, things like that. Use tool will actually let you use this tool that you made in RightBlogger. Now, of course, we already have an article writer in RightBlogger, so I probably wouldn't use this one. But if you're just trying to create a tool that you want for your custom use case, you can do that without even embedding to your website. But for the sake of this example, I'm going to click edit. And you can see here, now we're in the tool details page. Here we can fill out different information. We have a preview of what it looks like here on the right side. And we can test also how it works. Now, we have things like title, heading. The headings are currently off, but if you want headings on, you can do that with this little button here, as you can see there. We recommend leaving that off though, and in your CMS like WordPress, including a heading tag actually before the tool, so Google will contextually pick up that information. You can also change the submit button. For example, if you just wanted it to say generate instead of generate article, again, this all is going to be contextual based on the tool that you describe in the previous step. And most importantly is the prompt that AI is going to use. Now you can see here, I already have a really long prompt for this article writer, and it gives tips on what it wants and the types of things it wants outputted. This was all generated by Tool Studio. So you'll have your own custom prompt here that Tool Studio found best for your use case. But if you want to actually customize it or things like that, you can see available variables here that you can put into the prompt based on the fields that you have in your tool. Currently, you cannot edit the fields that are in the tool, but we're going to be working on that as well. So definitely make sure you mention what fields you want to see when generating your tool. Then once you're done making those edits, just go down and scroll down and hit save. Just remember, after hitting save, the results will instantly be published. So if you already have the tool embedded on your site, changes will apply immediately. And if you have one of our new RightBlogger Studio subscriptions, as you can see here, you can remove branding, which removes the little branding underneath the submit button. But for RightBlogger Pro customers, to make this feasible for our business, we have to include the Powered by RightBlogger under the submit button. So now we have a tool. Great. Let's test it out. So for example, here we have the preview on the right side, and I'm going to type in best houseplants, and let's see what we get here. And you can see we automatically handle the CAPTCHA for you and things like that, just so your form doesn't get overwhelmed. And you can see here, we generated an article that a person could copy from your site and use it on their own site. It's going over different plants and things like that. Mine is specific to WordPress, so I include things like focus keywords, meta description, and meta title. I'll show you where we'll be embedding this tool later in the video, but let's go up and talk about the other tabs here in Tool Studio. Now, one of the most important things about tools is actually creating a call to action and bringing your audience something valuable and you getting something in return. So if we go over to call to action here we can pick our type of call to action, and we'll be adding more in the future, but you can pick custom text, email capture, or none. The default is none, but if you do custom text, you can pick heading, custom text, link, and a button. This will basically, after the tool is used, it'll show a little call to action. So for example, if you're selling something on a shop or you have a PDF you want to share to somebody, you can include the link here and all of those details. And when a person uses your tool, they'll have a little call to action to get that information. But my favorite is the email capture, and what this will do is it'll actually add a little email capture after the form so the user can enter their email address to actually sign up for your newsletter and things like that. We are working on more integrations like kit.com, MailChimp, things like that. If you want to see something specific in here, definitely let us know. But the email capture option that we have currently will give you a list of all the emails that people have entered, and you can export it as a CSV into your email provider of choice. Now, we also have an analytics tab, and this shows the amount of tool uses your tool has used. Now, you can see here, I just published this tool, so it's only been used 3 times today, but this is great for tracking progress and how many uses your tool has had. We don't have any limits currently on how many uses your tool can have, so you don't really have to worry about that. We kind of handle all of that stuff behind the scene, but overall, just a great way to see how many uses your tool has had. And probably the most important thing, the embed code. Now you can see here, this is the script that you're going to copy into your website to actually embed this AI tool we made into our site. So you can see here, I can click copy, and now it's copied to my clipboard. If you're using WordPress, you're likely going to use an HTML block. It's super simple. I'll show you how to do it here in a second. So let's dive into our WordPress site. Now, this may look different on your website, but I have a WordPress website, so I'm going to be creating a page for our tool to live on. And definitely you're going to want to think about what the URL of that page is, the title, the description. You're going to include content with it. But for the sake of that, we're going to gloss over that right now, and I'm going to show you actually how to embed the tool. I already have it embedded here, but I'm going to remove what we have currently, and I'm going to create a block. And this is using the block editor in WordPress. This might be similar if you're using Elementor. They have an HTML block also, and a lot of page builders do. And if you have a developer, they can definitely add this for you. Now you can see here, custom HTML. I'm going to click that, and I'm going to paste our embed code that I got from Tool Studio. And you can see it has all the information we need here, and we can hit save. And just like that, now look, we've embedded the tool into our site. Let's preview the page. And you can see, just like that, our tool is now embedded on the website. So for example, if we type in best business books, we'll get an article made of best business books. We'll hit generate. So as you can see, people can enter a topic and get an article written on our website. Your example will be your own tool, which is great. You can customize everything. You can see also we have our email address sign up here for our newsletter. Let me just enter my email in here. And we'll scroll down and you can see we have the full output here of the article that users can copy to their site as their own first draft. So now when we hop over back to our call to action tab in our Tool Studio, for this tool, you can see now we have the email address I just entered, and you can export them all as a CSV to bring it over to your email provider of choice so you can get that user subscribed. We're also working on some more options here so you can actually write a little sentence and get people to actually opt in and know why they're opting in and things like that.
And there we have it. That's the basics of how to put a tool together, get it hosted on your site, and use it as an opportunity to build relationships with your audience and capture some email subscribers to really put them into the funnel and work with them as a part of your business. When you're trying to think of tool ideas, really just be creative. Again, think about how you can help your audience solve some real problems with some sort of free tool. It could be one of the examples we used here today, something like text generative things, tools that help people brainstorm ideas, come up with plans. These are some of the basics that people really like engaging with tools for. So if you want some help, you want a little bit of advice, feel free to shoot us an email anytime. You can reach Andy and I at contact@rightblogger.com, and we look forward to seeing what you make. So if you have a RightBlogger Pro subscription, please try Tool Studio today. We really want to see what you make. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.